Welcome to the Grammar Grapevine. I'm Alex.
And I'm Bonnie, and this is your go-to podcast for staying updated, meeting new faces and hearing their stories from the Hunter Valley Grammar School community.
In this episode, we are joined by Sam and Shauna Porter, HVGS high school sweethearts, who have come full circle and are now HVGS parents.
Stay tuned.
We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Wanneroo people, and pay respects to elders past and present. Their traditions of storytelling and knowledge sharing continue to inspire and enrich our school community.
Sam and Shauna Porter went from schoolmates to soulmates, built their careers, started a family, and now have kids at the very school they grew up in. Sam and Shauna, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So, for anyone who hasn't met you yet, how would you describe yourself?
Well, I'm ex-student of HVGS, but describe myself as, I don't know, fun and enjoying. I guess that would be it.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse, I guess, outside of being having children, and we're just, I don't know, we're good, fun people, I think.
So when did each of you start at HVGS, and what were your first impressions of the school back then?
So I started, I think it was around the end. I was talking about this before. I think I started at the end of kindergarten. So I came in right at the end of kindergarten. The school for me, I remember my first thoughts of it was interesting uniform. So back then we had what we called the scout uniform, which was the short green shorts and the green shirt.
Oh, I've seen that in the office. They have the little photo.
And I started in year 9, and we'd relocated from Melbourne. And I was at another school waiting for a spot to come up at Hunter Valley Grammar, and it was a massive school in Maitland, and over 300 children I was in year 9, year 8, year 9, and coming to the school there was less than 80 kids in year 9, and I remember thinking, like, teachers would say hello to you and hi Shauna, and I'd think, oh, they know my name. Like, that was big for me, because I thought, I'd come from this massive school where I just felt like we're drowned into this sea of children, and then to come here and you sort of felt like, oh wow, people sort of, you feel welcome. So that was, for me, that was my first experience. It was a nice environment to be in, which was good. 2005 we finished year 12 here.
Yep.
I came in 2002, and you must have been 19. Yeah, it would have been.
I don't know if they kept records back then.
I can't even remember what
they
year
were still started. Using tablets and chisels.
1991 or
something like that. Yeah.
1992. But so.
And which subjects or activities or co-curriculars were your favourite?
So I really liked all the design and tech stuff. So in the last year 11 and 12, one of my favourite electives was construction that we did here, and so building bits and pieces, including did work on some of the pergolas and stuff out at the school and that bits and pieces. We used to do that as part of a subject, which was really cool. That was one of my favourites, as well as then design and tech and the building of stuff. So, yeah.
For me, it was a sport. So the athletics carnival, the swimming carnivals, they were my favourite day off school, and all the dress-ups and the mascots and all the competitive spirit. We were both in Barrington.
I'm in Barrington.
Was great. You're Barrington as well. Cool. That's the best. Still the best.
Oh, it still is.
So now that was actually a funny thing when the kids started at school, and I thought, imagine if we'd been in different houses.
Yeah, which house?
What house?
I would have won, because I was the sporty one. The kids are now in Barrington, which was nice. Still winning. No.
I would say they still are. In the senior school they are.
And junior school.
Junior school, they are still winning.
What year are they in?
So Mia's in year 6. Ooh. And Charlie's in year 4. Yeah. So for that was, rowing as well. I rowed, and now Mia's had a bit of a taste in sort of year 5, year 6 in rowing as well. So the early mornings at rowing were fun for me. Loved them, going away on the weekend for regattas. That was probably my favourite side, all the sports stuff. Doing the HRS, just getting there got to get through HRS with your friends so you can have a day off school. It was fun. So they were my best memories of school.
How would you guys both describe yourselves as students?
So you know how the second generation, the kids' second generation get the badges. So the kids wear those on their blazer. And anyway, they're like, oh, someone came up and and spoke to me and was like, who's your mum and dad, or what, and
they always say Shauna. So the kids then say, that Shauna was their mum because they don't want to get a detention by saying that their dad was Sam.
So that is just a description of who you were.
So that might be
sums it up.
That might be a little bit of a reflection of my schooling age.
You weren't that bad, but you certainly...
I wasn't that bad, but I was definitely known for probably the wrong things through the school by certain teachers.
What's your funniest memory from your school years?
Well, probably as before we started filming, to film and video, a film and video subject was really good. We had great times in that. So a lot of the time, we had assignments like make a music video. And so then we would run amok through the school and climb through bushes and that sort of stuff and film ourselves doing that, and then add visual effects to that. So we had some great time in there through film and video. But probably meeting you was probably one of the highlights for me.
That's a funny memory.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, good fun anyway. But funny memories. I don't know, on that, I remember Mr. Guy used to always chase us around. We'd be holding hands through school, year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12. And anyway, one day came up between us and said, that's enough. No holding hands while you're walking through the school. And then he said, I'm ringing both your parents. Come to my office. Sam and Shauna, stop holding hands. So that was quite funny.
And backtrack, how did you guys meet?
Yeah, so I was in year 9. We were just in a homeroom together in Barrington. So, that was, year 9 we started chatting and started going out, I guess. But so...
Put up with me since then.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Who was your favourite teacher or most memorable teacher that had a big impact on you through your school years?
Well, Mr. Knox inspired my haircut.
For me, Mrs. Wheeler.
Mrs.
Wheeler.
She's all ahead of you.
Yeah, so I still see her around. So, she was just great. And Mr. Knox was my maths teacher as well for the HSC. And he just had a nice way of teaching, just, simplified things that I could understand. I didn't really enjoy maths until came into his class, so that was good. Yeah, so just the humanities, Mrs. King, Mrs. Wheeler, they were just, good methodical way of teaching. Especially those humanities.
We had Mrs. Keith as well.
She's our PE teacher. We had her today.
She's the best. She's so nice.
She's so amazing.
She's so good, and I swear she hasn't aged at all. She looks exactly the same as she did.
Yeah.
She still goes to all of the netball and basketball gala days.
She's amazing. Yeah, so she was up there as well. It's hard to pick, but there's so many amazing teachers. We were super fortunate.
And how did HVGS inspire what you're doing right now, like doing today?
So when I left school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was like, see what happens. I actually ended up in carpentry and building. So, obviously that construction
followed
into that. And I did that for a few years and then had a bit of a tree change and went into environmental science. So again, then through the biology path of I guess then the two teachers that probably meant the most to me being Redhead and Otters, it's ended up playing in that space for me.
My career path, I guess, I just sort of fell into what I was doing. I manage in a hospital now, so not really anything to do with school, but I mean, I think you just carry that through, those values, you do carry them through, and I guess it's probably just shaped where we are, hopefully being good human beings and citizens,
How do your careers complement each other in your family life?
Have you ever heard of a thing called nurses fatigue?
Oh.
So nurses fatigue is when nurses care too much at work and then they don't care when they get home. So our poor kids have probably had to learn to be very resilient because,
I don't.
Band-aids are not a thing. They can deal with it themselves.
If it's not broken, I don't want to hear about it. And if it is, you can leave it for a couple of weeks. Sam's is the one that the kids go to for sympathy at home, not me.
And do you think HVGS prepared you for the working world?
Oh, absolutely. I have a lovely team that I work with, and you'd be surprised your uniforms that blazer and the stockings, and honestly, out in the workforce, when people grow up, I guess, in a school where uniforms are quite lax or there isn't a sort of a formal uniform, having your shirt tucked in, needing to wear a belt, needing to wear a dress, proper leather shoes, especially, for protection and stuff like that, wearing a tie for work, having your shirt buttoned up, needing to wear a blazer, a jacket. You'd be surprised how many people out in the workforce who just don't tolerate that and think, for us, I think.
For us, putting a kindergarten in a blazer tie and everything.
And tied up shoes, like shoelaces as well, and so I think it does prepare you. That's just such a small thing, but I guess at the core of it, having pride in your appearance and, having to represent like your employer is so important out in the real world. So having that at school sets you up for doing that from such a young age as well. It becomes second nature to you, and you do start to, so that was, for me, that was a massive, that structured uniforms plus structured learning gets you ready for work, time management. I suppose it's like it in all schools where you have to be in a classroom at a certain time, bring everything you need to be prepared. I guess all that stuff gets you ready for work.
So for the love story, who made the first move?
I think it was me.
Yeah, I think it was you. You asked me out down on the bus stop down on the front.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging part about being a parent?
I guess watching them go through lessons and things that hurt and you can't do a thing about it. That's the hardest bit for me.
Times.
It's, if you could go through and experience everything for them so they don't have to feel it, I would do it 100 times over, because it's awful watching them go through friendship issues and self-esteem issues and, having difficulty grasping a concept at school.
Hard lessons to learn that as a parent is a lesson that you could quite simply stop or fix or change.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help the lesson that's learned.
Which is really hard. That's something we're going through now, like as they're turning into their own little people now and heading down that, adolescence and growing up. Yeah, you'd love to just pave the way for them, make it nice and clear and good, but you can't do it.
And what's it like sending your own kids to the school that you went to?
It quite often when we come here, walk down memory lane. This block used to be English, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, now we have the big English 2-story one.
Yeah. So it
changes all the time.
Changes all the time. So it's a bit of a walk down memory lane every time we come. Which is always nice.
Yeah, I think it's good for the kids. The kids whinge about stuff, and I think no. I know what happens there. The kids whinge about how hot it is going to school, and I say, you've got air conditioning.
Yeah.
We didn't have air conditioning at all, and we were in some demountables up on the Oval for a good few years. But look, it's lovely to send the kids here. It's nice to see them in the pretty much same uniform.
It's such a great community. It's such, it's the kids will see another kid at the shops or something, and it's always hi and friendlies and waves and chats and that sort of stuff. It's such a strong community in that space.
Yeah, it's a nice transition as well, from coming up from preschool as well into kindergarten and just that, and having now still being in, both of them are still in primary school, but they know kids around in high school. And
Mia's excited about that.
Yeah, Mia's going into year 7 next year, and she's like, we haven't even had that sort of like bubbling, the big difference between year 7, because she plays netball with some of the girls in year 7 and 8 already, on her netball team, and so we don't get that kind of, hopefully we still haven't started, but we didn't get that anxious feeling going into kindergarten, and now I feel like it's the same as that excitement rather than that nerves of changing schools, and they know all the teachers already, or not all of them, but they've seen them around and friendly faces, and so their buddies, like Mia's buddy now is in year 12 and Charlie's buddy is in year 10, so they still know each other. So I've been very fortunate that we haven't had those. That our kids have really enjoyed coming to school, and it's definitely because of the environment. It's a beautiful place to send the kids.
Well, about the environment, what has changed about this environment of the school since you guys were here?
Well, the Cameron Centre was here the year that we left. that just got built that year.
Maybe a little bit before, but yeah.
Might be just before.
Yeah.
Well, this is all new. Like these these massive buildings are new for us.
They're really big.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's grown in size.
The uniform shop used to be a demountable down at the back of the wetland centre.
Oh, different.
Yeah.
Weird. Now it's like
Yeah, and there was a whole bunch of where the Cameron Centre was. There was a whole bunch of demountables there that were used to be classrooms. So that's changed.
And then the canteen.
I was going to say, let's get to the canteen.
The on-site cafe.
Sorry, the restaurant.
Yeah.
That you guys are so lucky to have.
Yeah.
That was a toilet block / canteen. That there used to be the main toilet block. So that's different.
Just a little bit, just a teeny bit different.
But do you know what? The one thing that I was always thinking would change was the trees, and the nice sort of green feel of it, which hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed.
No, and that's still something that is such a beautiful place to drive into, and kids are so lucky that they're you guys are all really lucky that you're in a school that's so green and not sort of concrete everywhere. And
Okay, so moving on to the rapid fire now. Who's the better cook?
me,
Who's the most competitive?
me.
Go-to karaoke song?
Simply the best.
Oh.
Thank God I'm a country boy. You've
Yeah,
jumped up a
probably
few
that
times
one.
and sung that.
Oh, yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs, yeah.
Who's more likely to get lost somewhere?
Sam.
Me.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
What's one thing you'd never eat again?
Oh, eel.
Okay, well that's the end of the rapid fire. How has HVGS shaped your lives beyond academics?
What I probably took for granted when I was at the school was the opportunities that the school had. And so then now I embrace all those opportunities that I can have now. But then I get really excited for the opportunities that my kids have here as well. So, I guess, it set me up in that way.
And the opportunities are growing with every passing term.
Absolutely.
This
Yeah,
podcast.
true. Yeah.
There's still not a school AFL team. I'll just slip that in there.
I feel like they should.
Yeah,
The school start one
I'll
up.
just slip
You
that
can
in
be the
there.
coach.
Let's
You guys can,
sign up.
as the producers, can slip that in there somewhere, maybe. But,
We'll start a petition.
Yeah.
So, what is a piece of advice that you'd give to HVGS students?
Don't take it for granted. Enjoy it for what it is, because it is some great years of your life here.
Yeah, you don't appreciate it enough. We're in such a big hurry as teenagers, children, to grow up, and it's not till when you are grown up that you then go, oh gosh, I'd go back in a heartbeat. Even when I was, speaking to a friend who came to school as well the other day, and I just said to her, I'd go back in a heartbeat. I really would, and I feel like sort of
Date me all over again.
Oh, that's
year
terrible.
10, year 10, 11 and 12, we're just the best years of our lives. You enjoy those free periods and enjoy the common room and, just enjoy that fun side of it because, before you know it, you're growing up. And, so just slow down and enjoy it.
What do you hope that your children get to witness as they go through the HVGS school ranks? What do you hope they get?
You know what? Just what Sam was saying before about opportunities. I just hope they find what lights them up because this school is such an inclusive school in terms of just the opportunities, whether you're sporty or into sort of performing arts or
your academic,
music, anything like that. Just the opportunities, or even just like the ACT team, what a great opportunity, I just hope they find what lights them up and they pursue it. And just more important, I just hopefully they're just good people and find a good group of friends to support them and have a good time because, it's such a fleeting moment at school.
But you remember it for so long.
Okay, well, Sam and Shauna, thank you so much for sharing your stories with us today. It's been so special hearing how HVGS has been a thread through so many chapters of your lives.
And to our listeners, whether you're a current student, an alumni, or part of our wider HVGS family, we hope you've enjoyed this trip down memory lane.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Grammar Grapevine. Make sure you're following us on your favourite podcast app and stay subscribed. There's so much more coming this semester. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Stay tuned.